Ooh. Bit of a different setup, eh? But yes, guys, and welcome back to a brand new video on the channel. And today, and yes, if you're thinking, Cody, yes, this is not a World Cup video. And if you're thinking, Cody, what are you doing? What are you doing? Well, today, before I get anywhere near this video, I just want to say congratulations to Argentina for winning the World Cup. Truly deserved. And in fact, Cody Hewitt is a prediction king, because he was the one who predicted Argentina to win the World Cup. But I got the final wrong. They played France, but I predicted them to play Belgium. Belgium crashed out group stage, which was unexpected. But yeah, other than that, though, we'll focus on football. And welcome. And by the way, guys, you've been... I know. You've been waiting for so long for this, but welcome to episode 10 of the Scottish Premier League Talk series. And oh boy, I am so glad that I am bringing the series back to your screens. I know a lot of you do enjoy this sort of content, so I thought to myself, you know what? Let's get out of retirement or rest mode and get back into the YouTube grind. And yes, and by the way, look how nice these gazelles are. But yeah, today I am going to be speaking about the big games that are happening during the week, including all of the games, including 2 of the midweek games today and tomorrow in the Scottish Premiership, or the SPL, and obviously the games are happening on Friday and on Saturday, including the Championship. And yes, let's get straight into it. No nonsense. Smash the like, subscribe, get notifications on. And yes, throughout my time off without doing any Scottish content, I have seen plenty of shot results, especially with Celtic winning 9-0 at Dundee United earlier this season. And I thought, like, wow, Dundee United are in a real mess. Because I think earlier in the week, I'm not sure if it's either the week after or was it in the same week that Dundee United got beat 7-0 by AZ Alkmaar in the qualifying rounds of the conference in the Conference League. Alright, see ya. My mum. Sorry about you hearing my mum on camera, but oh well. But yeah, Dundee. Excuse me. My voice. And yes, Dundee United, they've been truly awful this season. And obviously, Dundee United, they currently sit bottom of the league with 12 points. With 12 points from 16 league games, which is not good enough. Considering around this stage last year, they were in the top. They were near or inside in the top 4. And so what's been going wrong? I don't know. Has Tam Courts leaving earlier this year had a bit of a big impact? I don't know. I thought he was tremendous last year, Tam Courts. I thought he was brilliant for a Dundee United team that many people predicted just to either get top 6, or not get top 6, but let alone get Europe. And really, you could say the same thing with Hearts as well, considering they were amazing as well last year. And Hearts, they look kind of the same this season, but at least now they have got a striker who can score goals in Lawrence Shankland, the former Dundee United and Ayr United player, Ayr United striker. And yes, even though Hearts are currently sit 4th at the moment, but only 1 point of 3rd, which is occupied by Aberdeen. And Aberdeen recently, they have not been great themselves. And by the way, guys, I have not watched the Scottish Premiership that much this season. Yes, because obviously I've been following more routes with the Premier League, because obviously a lot of you will know that I am from England. I'm from Manchester. So But however, though, I am going to get back into watching Scottish football because I truly miss doing the content related to Scotland and yeah, but yeah, coming back to Hearts, yes, I've watched all three of the Scottish teams in Europe this season, like Celtic, Rangers, and Hearts. With obviously Celtic and Rangers both both playing in the Champions League, which for Rangers is big considering all the stuff that they've been through over the last 10 years, 12 years. Considering they had to start from the bottom because in 2012 they went into administration and obviously all the liquidation process had happened and they went down all the lower leagues, and just 2 seasons ago they won the title, and obviously last year they got to the Europa League final, and now they got into the Champions League, and Rangers broke the record books of becoming the worst team ever in the history of the Champions League. Celtic, they weren't bad, Celtic in the Champions League, but it's just scoring goals that they couldn't do. But yeah, coming back to Hearts, right? Obviously, the reason why the Hearts are fourth at the moment, but not third, I generally do think. I think from what I've seen from one of my good Hearts mates, Hearts FC 2022, or known as Hearts FC 2020, apparently that Hearts had so many injuries to key players, and plus as well they were in the Conference League earlier in the season as well. So I wonder why in some of the games, I think some games they get battered 4-0 by Rangers and get beat, but they were really poor, Hearts. But obviously I think Hearts are back, you know. But yeah, that's enough about last season. And now moving on to this season, and yes, so let's get straight into the Scottish Premiership preview part. And yes, so the game that's happening tonight at 8 o'clock, which is live on Sky Sports Football and Sky Sports Main Event, by the way, if you want to watch it, it is Aberdeen versus Rangers. And now, this game already happened this season, but at Ibrox, Rangers won 4-1. But yes, this game at Pittodrie is the rescheduled fixture because, so basically, if you don't know, so basically, this game was due to happen back in September, but however though, on the Thursday that Hearts were playing Istanbul Başakşehir in the Conference League at Tynecastle, the news broke that the Queen had died, and so on that weekend, Aberdeen were due to play Rangers. That was also live on Sky. I think it was going to be a 12:30 kickoff. Because it was on a Saturday, but not on a Sunday. And obviously, all SPL games or any signs of Scottish football was called off due to the Queen's death, due to Queen Elizabeth's passing. And yes, many fans weren't happy, and I genuinely understand that. Considering Scotland do not like England these days, and obviously the Queen Elizabeth was the Queen of the UK, but more the Queen of England. So, but yeah, rest in peace to the Queen still, of course. But God save the King. But yeah. I think also Aberdeen and Rangers, they are big rivals for years. So they've been big rivals. So I do expect this to be a bit of a fiery encounter. Yes, I watched the Aberdeen's game against Celtic last week on Saturday. And Aberdeen were really poor. They just showed nothing. apparently they were like having 10 men behind the ball. But let's be honest. Let's be honest, right? Celtic, yes, I get it. They're the highest scoring team in the league. Of course, that's expected. However, though, 10 men behind the ball against the champions. Oh, come on. Come on. But yes, for Aberdeen, this is basically like their cup final. This is like a cup final for them. Because usually, they rarely beat Rain. By the way, I think 2016 or something like that. I do not know when, but I think that was the last time that Aberdeen had beaten Rangers in the league. But I think their last competitive win over Rangers was in fact in this time in 2018, when these two teams met at Hampden Park in the semi-finals of the Bedford Cup, or the Premier Sports Cup, or the now known as Viaplay Sports Cup, whatever, or the League Cup, when Aberdeen won 1-0 thanks to Lewis Ferguson scoring the winner at Hampden Park. And now, obviously, I'm going to be streaming this game, but with Zach on his Twitter. But yeah, sorry to all my Aberdeen viewers out here. I'm gonna back Rangers to win. I'm gonna say a 2-0 win for Rangers. I think Antonio Cholak will be back for this game, because considering he didn't make the Croatia squad for the World Cup, but Borna Barisic did. So, but I do expect him to rest. Because he recently just came back to Croatia, so and now the next game is Celtic versus Livingston. And however, Livingston this season, they've been really good. They were fourth for like a few months now. However, because of their game against who were Livingston due to play? No, Livingston were due to play Dundee United this weekend, but however though, that got called off due to the really bad weather. By the way, guys, over the last few days, like, of the whole of last week was like so cold. So, and yeah, it's Livingston now a 6th. However, though, they can get back into the top 4 if they do beat Celtic at Celtic Park. However, that's not going to be easy. Not going to be easy, but yeah, considering Celtic are the best team in the league. But however, though, Livingston, they always provide a fight whenever they play the Old Firm, especially at home, because it's recently becoming like... but Celtic are starting to get to the groove now of playing at Ammerveld. But this game's at Celtic Park. But yeah, I do think Livingston will give them a close encounter, but I do think Celtic will win. I'm going to say a 3-1 win for Celtic. And now, but yeah, I'm going to move on to the predictions for next week, for this weekend's games. And obviously, I'm going to be speaking about the Championship, and in particularly one team right here, Greenock Morton, and plus as well a big game as well at the top of the table as well on Friday. So stay tuned for that bit. But yeah, Ross County against Rangers, and now with Rangers, they're having to travel to Aberdeen tonight, and they have to travel all the way up to Dingwall in the Highlands on Friday evening. Another game live on Sky Sports. And yes, Ross County, they've not been great this season either, considering as well the season that they had as well last year. I think scoring goals has been a bit of a problem for them this year, considering losing Regan Charles Cook, who's been who was amazing for them last year. And yeah, but I do think, to be fair, the last time these two teams played at Dingwall was back in January, was back in late January, and Ross County somehow got a 3-3 draw, and that eventually did kind of cost Rangers the title last year. But I do think as well the losing to Celtic at Ibrox costing them the title as well. But I don't know. But yeah, my prediction for that game, I'm gonna say a 2. I'm gonna say can see Ross County just defending for their lives. But I think 1 goal will do it for Rangers. I'm going to say Ross County 0, Rangers 1. Motherwell versus Kilmarnock. Kelly, they've not been great again either. Don't know what's happened to Kelly, considering couple of seasons ago under Steve Clarke, they got third. They were third, and got Europa League football, which was an amazing achievement. But yes, Kelly though, they just got promoted from last year's thrilling title race with Arbroath. But I do think Motherwell will win. I'm going to say a 2... No. I'm going to say it on the fence. I'm going to say a 1-1 draw. St Mirren v Aberdeen. I wonder how St Mirren are doing. St Mirren are 7th. Are only 3 points of 4th. So St Mirren could give Aberdeen a close encounter at St Mirren Park. I think that's what this ground's called. I do not know, because considering I've been to St Mirren before, and it was actually a decent little ground. If you haven't seen it, because I did a video on visiting every stadium in Glasgow, wherever is on the channel. But yeah, it's on the channel. But yeah, it's a 12:30 kickoff. Don't know why it's at 12:30, but I'm gonna say I'm gonna say a 2-1 win for Aberdeen. Now, Celtic versus St Johnstone! And I'm not gonna lie, St Johnstone, they've improved massively on last year. They are 5th in the league, level on points with Hearts, and if Hearts do lose to St Johnstone, they've got Hearts next. They've got Hearts next game, which is gonna be a big game. That, St Johnstone, 5th at the moment. Callum Davidson, Barmy Army, leading St Johnstone to Europe again? No. I don't think that'll happen. But however, though, fair play to St Johnstone though for improving on last year. And consider, I think a couple of games ago, they in fact beat Rangers. They beat Rangers at McDermott Park. And recently, St Johnstone hasn't been an easy place to go. But however, it's at Celtic Park again. But I do think St Johnstone will give them a good game. I'm gonna say a 2. It's gonna be one of them games when St Johnstone turn up but don't do it. I'm gonna say a 2-1 win for Celtic. And now Dundee United versus Hearts. And yes, Tannadice. What's going wrong with Dundee United? I don't know how they've become this bad, so bad, and they're literally getting destroyed by everyone, Yeah, I am gonna say a 3-0 win for Hearts. Sorry, I might jinx it. I don't know. But yeah. And now, by the way, these games, right? By the way, from St Mirren, Aberdeen to the last game, they're all playing on Christmas Eve. And by the way, Christmas is on Sunday. Christmas Day is on Sunday. Sunday morning. So if you see this on Sunday, Merry Christmas. But I think a lot of people will see it before Sunday. But oh well. I'll probably do a video on saying Merry Christmas or something like that on Christmas Day. But yeah, the last game. It's actually I wouldn't really count it as a derby, but would you count it as a derby? I don't know. But yeah, Hibs versus Livingston, and now I do think Livingston will bounce back though. I do think Livingston will. I think Livingston will win. Even though, right, I watched the Rangers-Hibs game at Ibrox on Thursday, and I thought Hibs weren't that bad. From what I've seen, I thought Hibs weren't even that bad, considering they took the lead twice obviously with Ryan Porteous, their main man, and obviously Kevin Nisbet, who's been out since February with a knee injury, and he just came back and he scored at Ibrox, which was a fair play to the geezer. However, though, David Martindale's men, Livingston, will get a win at Easter Road. I am going to say Hibs 1, Livingston 2. And now let's speak about the Scottish Championship, because I'm really getting interested in that division this year. And yes, the top 4, right, unexpectedly, listen to this, the top 4 are Ayr United, who are top, Dundee sits second. Well, Dundee was expected, considering they got relegated from the Prem. Queen's Park third, and Greenock Morton fourth. And all the top 4 are all just separated by 3 points going into the games this weekend. And however, on Friday night, the top 2 are playing each other. Yes, Ayr United are at home to Dundee on Friday evening, which will be an absolute great game to watch. I'm not sure if it's going to be on the telly or not. If it is on the telly, will be sticking it on BBC Scotland. I think Ayr United this season have been absolutely amazing. Been brilliant. Top of the league. Who'd have thought that? Who'd have thought that Ayr United would be top of the league? Ooh. Who knows? But yeah, obviously, if you don't know, in April, in fact, I actually met Lee Bullen, their manager. The manager. And, oh, mate, it was amazing during when I was at Ayr United, just to even see the stadium, just to visit the stadium, which was quality. But yes, I've been to a few Dundee games last season, but I've been to the Derby and obviously the Rangers game of the Cup, but I've not heard much of Dundee this year. But however, recently they have been the form team in the league. I think they won 4 out of the last 5 games. Obviously, even though Ayr United did lose last weekend, but to be fair though, they were also playing one of the big teams, Partick Thistle, who in fact also have had SPL experiences in the past. And yes, Ayr United. Wow, I can't believe they're top. And also, I want to give a big mention to Queen's Park, because I think this is their first season in the second tier for so long, for way long. And they're third. They're third in the league. And Owen Coyle's doing an absolute brilliant job with Queen's Park, considering as well, got promoted in a thrilling playoff game with Airdrionians. And they look even good. And they look really... And Queen's Park lost from last season. They look even stronger this season. And my dad had to ruin filming. Sorry about my mum and dad ruining a bit of this video, so... Yeah, sorry about that. But yeah, Queen's Park, they look so good this season. And I'm really pleased that they're doing well. And also recently as well, even though I think at the start of the season they were ground sharing with Stenhousemuir at oh god, how do you say it? Ockfield View Park. But yeah, so yeah, they were ground sharing with Stenhousemuir. But however, though, recent games they returned to Hampden Park, and yes, if you don't know already, in fact, Queen's Park used to own Hampden Park, even though the Scotland national team had using it as well, but it's been more Queen's Park. It was more Queen's Park Stadium. Oh no, it wasn't. No, it was like it's complicated, but yeah. I'm not sure. I think their Lesser Hampden Stadium is still under work. under construction, I think. I don't know when I do not know when Leicester Ramden's gonna get opened, because considering I've seen it before, and it looks actually quite decent. It looks quite decent, because Queen's Park at the time, they were like a League 2, League 1 team, and now they're in the Championship, and they could be one game away, one promotion away from the Premiership, and in fact they could be playing their two big rivals, Celtic and Rangers. Well, yeah, I think Queen's Park and Rangers had a big rivalry way back in the 1800s. So, and I think that was the original Old Firm derby before Celtic were formed. But, and also big up to Gretna Morton as well, because I didn't thought they would even do that well, to be slightly honest. But yeah, fair play. And also, when I went in April as well, they gave me this beautiful training jumper, which looks absolutely astonishing. Looks so nice. Obviously, we've got the badge here. And also, I had a programme as well for when they played Hamilton Accies. And also, I think that game also marked 100 years since Gretna Morton actually won the Scottish Cup. And yes, Gretna Morton and Queen's Park. I think if Queen's Park playing like they're doing at the moment, I generally do think, if all the top four playing like they are at the moment, I think we're in for one hell of a title race. I can tell you that. But yeah, I'm gonna get onto my predictions now for the United game against United Dundee game on Friday. I don't know, because there's only a 1 point gap separating United and Dundee, and 3 points separating United to Gretna Morton. So, who knows? United, they can go 4 points clear of Dundee if they win, and they can go 6 points clear of Gretna Morton. However, though, all the other 3 teams will all still have a game in hand. So yeah, my prediction, I'm going to say United 2, Dundee 1. And yes, that's going to be the end of the video there, because yeah, look at that, I'm recording for nearly 28 minutes. And yes, this has probably been the longest episode of SPL Talk. And yes, if you guys do enjoy this video, please make sure you smash the like, subscribe, and get notifications. And yeah, thank you all for watching this video. And also comment down below comment your predictions for Aberdeen Rangers. And yes, thank you for watching, and love, peace, and techers.